Button. Stream is live. It's weird that I'm live, but the host isn't here. That's kind of weird. I think it's weird. La la la. I get an audio avatar. That's exciting. I wonder if our host will be joining us soon. Badink. He's here.
Oh, whoops.
Everybody, be cool.
Oh, whoops.
He's here.
Sorry.
Oh, and he's
I
gone.
liked this. I liked you flailing. This was fun.
It didn't
has been
feel
pretty
that
good.
flaily, really.
Well, it took you by surprise, kind
I
of.
think I handled it with my customary aplomb.
You did. That's why I started the stream with you. You know, as the cold
You
open.
did the right thing. The
Musical guest, my butt.
the marginally more likable, barely, ever so slightly.
Who,
Echo,
me?
echo.
Oh, is there an
Johnny.
echo happening?
Johnny Assnuts.
Did you say you're hearing an echo?
There was. That might be me. Wait. How about now? Yeah, I'm getting.
Yeah.
I turned my
Hold on.
reverb off just in case.
No. Hold on, because I have my speakers on. I know. I'm a monster. All right, say something now.
No.
Still happening?
Nope, not anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going?
It goes. How about you?
Long time.
We're
long
like
time between drinks of us doing this thing.
I'm drinky.
Speaking
And
of
I
drinks,
I had a whole idea for a
Sláinte.
drink. Team Eminem.
there's a
I love that
band-
one.
There's
a friend of mine
there's-
told me that years ago.
There's a band down here called Yamaminem, and they're like a Zydeco sort of. Yeah.
I would
sort
hope
of
so.
thing. Yeah. It's really good. Very, very Nolans.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that came from Nolans.
Get that
originally.
gator, you get that gator. That's one of my favorite Jimmy Pardo bits. It's where you go, they get
He
that gator
hasn't
down.
done that Gator guy in
That
a
gator's
long
up there on
time.
the second floor. How that gator get up there and them stairs down? No, down. Get down.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
about that seems like offensive, but that's about as
No.
accurate as his impression. Yeah.
It's wonderful. I know the exact impression. Two things. One, right before
Hello.
I came on, I was listening to Never Not Funny, waiting on the guest, all around good guy, Patton Oswalt.
Ugh,
Yeah.
consummate, good guy, funny guy.
So funny. So
So
funny extemporaneously, so funny as a stand-up.
As a stand-up,
So-
and so
yeah.
funny like as a voice actor. So funny like when he appears in a thing. I'm like,
Whatever he
cool,
does.
Patton. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was one of the better
He was so
parts
great in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
of the first few kind of bad seasons of the show. Where
But
he
he's
was
great
like
in it.
He was a clone.
Multiple
Oh yeah, he was
parts.
great.
Yeah.
He was
He's
great.
a clone. I think he's a
yeah.
clone now. Oh, and the you betcha.
Let it breathe, man. That was good.
There was another thing. Oh,
No, there
I don't know if you're aware of him. There's a comedian named Mark Normand who's from, you know who he is.
Yeah.
He is born and raised in New Orleans, but he talks like, I don't know, like a 40s radio guy because he made a concerted effort to not have the accent anymore. So when you hear him talk, he's like, hey, comedy. But he doesn't sound like he's from there at all. He he didn't want that accent. Which
Too bad. I
understand.
like that accent.
It has its charms, but
Yeah.
if you're like a quick patter guy, that's not going to work.
Yeah. Unless
Yeah.
you're like playing to a certain, like maybe he could have gone on tour with the Blue Collar Guys and he would have had to change his act probably because he's more like cerebral than, except for Ron White, who the line we toe on this show is, and this is we'll die on this hill. Ron White
On this
is
hill.
actually, not my help. I want that help. That's Robert De Niro in Limitless. I want that bill. I want that bill.
When their late stage, he and Pacino, their late stage doing impressions of themselves, following the Nicholson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pacino's really like the snake is eating its own tail there.
Yeah.
Like
Or a
it's a
Boros.
real Ki Hui Kwan situation.
It is so Ke Huy Quan. It's so short round. It is. Round short. Hey, comedy. No,
Comedy.
Got me.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey.
Hey,
There's
I'm the
whenever
genie.
did you ever
Shazbot.
but Shazbot. But you never got around to watching the Joyride of which I spoke?
Well, I mean, we only talked about it like 5 hours ago, so.
I'm just curious. Yeah,
No.
but you know, I know how you spend your
I
time.
finished Scott Pilgrim.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm looking forward to it.
It's quite good.
I wasn't ready for that movie and how it starts out kind of like a sad little character study on
Oh, yeah,
this
because it's like
guy.
him in his apartment, and he's living
Yeah,
with,
and he's like
living
holding
with
hands with the high school
Roman
girl, and
Roy
he has
from,
the Culkin, the
That's
amazing.
Roman Roy, yeah, from Succession, yeah.
I-
One of the
now-
better. It's a cartoon, so like these people, as we talked about earlier, like with Invincible, some of these people that they bring in are not voice actors, and it kind of
Yeah.
shows more in this than it does in
it?
Invincible. But like
The fact that they got everybody back though is pretty great.
it's crazy. It's really crazy. I kept looking. I was like, oh, is that Anna Kendrick? It kind of sounds, but like everybody's like 13, 14 years older now, so.
Yeah,
No, but it's
except
great.
she looks exactly the same. Anna Kendrick looks.
Anna Kendrick and Mary Elizabeth Winstead essentially look exactly the same.
You mean Mrs. Obi-Wan?
Yeah, they met on Fargo when they were doing Fargo season 3.
bet they
which
did.
is quite good.
I've never watched the television show.
The show is
it worth
really
the
good.
time?
The first season is pretty good. Like it's
I heard
quite
the Chris
the
Rock
performance
season is not great.
It's not. Well, look, it's as far compared to other shows, it's good. Like there's some good stuff in there.
How much
but
of
the
it is
first,
his fault? How much of it is his fault?
Is Chris Rock's fault?
Yeah,
No,
just
the
curious.
writing just wasn't there.
Okay,
it
I'm
wasn't
curious,
as
'cause
strong a story. Like, yeah, he's not the best actor.
No,
But like he works well with what he was given a part that
you know what held
like,
up better
he can
than I
work with.
expected it to, considering how eating its tail it was about show business, was Top 5.
Oh, I didn't see it. That's the movie where Chris Rock
You don't have
writes,
to. You don't
writes,
have to.
writes himself into relationships with beautiful women.
He writes himself into making
it
out
Gabrielle
in the bathroom
Union?
with Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson. Oh.
Gabrielle Union is in there as well. I don't know why I said it like she's English, but
Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle.
yes. There was another thing, and I can't remember the thing because this is not my first one of these tonight.
Nah.
But
I
I'll
gotta
come
catch
back
up.
around to it. But you were saying about the Fargo, because I have been curious about it. It's just one of many things that I just haven't got to. Like The Killer is great, and when you watch it in a year and a half, I think you'll really enjoy it.
It's in the queue. Mm-hmm. There's other stuff. Yeah. But I mean, I tend to get to the stuff in the queue. I like, what did I just watch that had been sitting in there forever? I don't remember. Saw Barbie, though. It was good.
Oh, I'm curious. It's good? Mm-hmm. Okay, good talk.
It's a good time. Yeah.
All right.
It's fun. It's corporate feminism done right. Yeah. But they reference it. So it's not, so then they solve it, I guess. But no, it's
Oh, that reminds me of like I have big news for you. As a black person, I have big news for you, black person. Do you know why, black person? Because I watched the Ravens game last night, and they had written on the field, "End racism." So it's fixed, man.
Oh, it's done. We did it.
It's done. Hey, everybody. But every time I see that, I'm like, hey, Joy Lee, look, they fixed it. She's like, yeah, thanks, guys. We wouldn't have thought of that.
I mean, they should just put like one of those big yard signs, like outside of the stadium. It's just like, or how they have those planes that drag the banner behind them, which they have around like Baltimore all the time when the games are happening.
Sure.
Yeah, it should just say like, in this house we believe that signs end, disenfranchisement and
She was
systemic
so
inequality.
angry at me.
Tell the story because it's very funny.
Oh, in my younger days, I two people before my lovely wife, girl reference.
Wow. This whole thing is technically a girl reference. So
Yes, isn't it just? I date in my 20s. I dated a woman who was 10 years older than me. The conversation wasn't great. That was my fault. But she had this thing. She was super. She was an early adopter of the super lefty thing, and loved to go to granola-y things and get T-shirts with different like sayings and just war's bad and kids are did
We
things
like the kids should. It's good.
kids shouldn't war and
Don't do war, kids.
and yay green things and basically the kind of thing that now you and I want to stab like for that kind of
It's
thanks
kind of
guys.
performative. Yeah.
Fixed it.
Yeah.
Fucking fixed it. And I just out of nowhere, and I was 23, so I was, I wasn't dumb, but I couldn't put things. I wasn't me now. I was me then. I was a very different person 30 years ago. As
You
you
were a
should
nice
be.
young Latin gentleman.
I
Is
mean,
that
the
around those
picture
times?
sure looked like it. I wish I had known because I would have had a much better time. But yeah, you're not wrong. But she's like, I love to go get these things, and I said, yeah, I want to make a bumper sticker that says my political and social beliefs are too complicated to fit on a bumper sticker, and she fucking hated that.
Yeah.
It made her
And
so angry.
We punched up the bit, I think.
Yours
when
was
we were
even
talking.
better. Yeah.
I think we landed on it was a joint effort.
Yes.
We're a real Lennon McCartney thing. We're never gonna tell it. We're never gonna. Oh, it's a closed system. We're never gonna tell you how these things got made. We'll just split it down the middle. In this house, our beliefs have nuance or something like that.
Yeah. Our beliefs have nuance. I think that was my favorite one.
Yeah, that was what we landed on.
That was
It's good. I mean, because like these fucking yard sign people, and then okay. Is there one that's I'm looking for a banner if there's one that's just like sigh,
nuts.
here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Ass nuts. So what brought on Johnny Ass Nuts?
Please call me Johnny. Please. Mr. Ass
Please
Nuts
call
is
me
my
Ass
father.
Nuts. What?
I don't know, I was
Hey.
just picking a name.
Okay.
And I try not to repeat myself. I like to go with Johnny something or Jimmy something.
So have you
or
found yourself-
something Tim or something Jim. I like
Have you
those.
found yourself being more or less discerning on the names since the T-shirt happened?
No, it's pretty much the same. Like this
Okay.
is a thing I've been doing since I since I took over Rob's open mic at Republic like fucking 7 or 8 years ago.
I must have missed you by weeks because I
Must have
went
done.
to that. Yeah,
Must have done because he only did it like 3 times.
and there's no way that I would.
I was there,
seen,
and I was there 2 of them.
because
I missed
saw,
missed one. I
Yeah.
came to the first one because I was like coming from DC to a show, and I had never been in Republic before. It like just it opened, a few months earlier, and I look in the window and I'm like, well, that looks like that long haired beautiful gentleman looks like Rob Hinkle, and then I like turn the corner and I get closer and I'm like, oh, I happen to have my guitar. Let's see what's going on here, and then.
I was at one. I
Rest is
remember a
history.
guy doing some kind of karaoke thing. It was July 27th of whatever year he did it because it was my birthday, and we went out and did a bunch of things, including we ended the night with that open mic.
At Republic?
Mm-hmm.
July. Because
he
I
was-
went, so then he must have done it for a few months.
And he was already having trouble with the venue.
Yeah, they didn't know, they didn't have the infrastructure to be a venue. It was
And I
really
don't-
just like
yeah.
it was like a thing in theory. They kind of got their legs under them like the next year. So this would have been 2014, I guess.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But
Because I took over, Zach and I took over in 2015.
Okay.
Like officially, like our contracts were drawn up like near the end of that year.
Yeah, I remember them giving him a hard time apparently about wanting like a better class of talent at an open mic.
Oh well, they quickly fucking dropped that shit because the people
did they?
we got in there. I mean, that was where I came up with my no stand-ups rule. I actually when I was hosting at Morse Burgers, I turned away a stand-up, like just outright. He was like, "Hey, is this an open mic?" And I was like, yeah. What do you want to do?" And it's like, "Oh, could we like do some stand-up?" And I was like, "Oh." no, thank you. That's exactly how I said it. And then he was like, oh, well, then I'm going to do some. And then he said like some Prince song. And I was like, okay. And then he went over to the bar and drank enough, I hope to forget. I don't know. I never saw him again. So I called his name. Mr. Jib Jab or something. Or Jib Jab. It might have just been Jib Jab.
Jib Jab.
Yeah.
That's
Jib
good
Jib.
as Jib Jib.
Jib Jib.
As names go, yeah, I have been at a few open mics where where we're people are playing, friends of mine, and then next guy I'll get announced or like, and next up is blah blah blah, and everybody's like, yeah. He's like, he's gonna do some comedy, and you see everybody just
Right. I mean, because you look, to quote everybody's favorite redneck comedian, if you're a guy, I'm conflating two of the guys. I'll do all three. And I'll be drinking scotch, so it's all for it. If you are a comedian and you feel like you have to go to a music open mic to get your sea legs, here's your sign. Get her done.
and get her done.
That's all four.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, but that's like, so if they're showing up to a music open mic, sometimes they don't know it was a music open mic, and it just says open mic online through whatever thing it's advertised through.
There's a poetry open mic here that allegedly accepts music, and I don't believe them, and I haven't gone.
Poetry open mics they tend towards like that. There's more crossover there, but you usually like poetry open mics are much more cliquey. They tend to be, and we have a place down here called Busboys and Poets.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They
Which
charge
location?
you to in all of them. I've found this, but there's one in Tacoma. They would charge like Rob had an open mic there. It was like a monthly thing, and they would charge you $5.
I remember,
and you
that.
only get 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Because
that
it
is
was a poetry thing. Yeah,
far
that's
too much
crazy.
value on your space.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the DC one a million years ago when Ash and Safi were playing together, and we saw them play. You don't know Ash?
Ash Ketchum?
Mosno?
Oh,
Yeah,
I know Mosno.
yeah, that's
I
him.
like Mosno. I miss Mosno.
I do too. He showed up on he did a random live from the lair, and he apparently hadn't played guitar in 2 years, so he was playing percussion and being as charming as he is.
He's so charming.
He's
Oh my
apparently
God.
married and having kids.
Oh, that'll keep you busy.
I used to say that he was just a really tan guy from Minnesota named Kyle, and he thought that was very fun. So I'd call him Kyle.
Okay.
But he's a
Hey,
sweetheart.
that's
He
good.
came to like a thing at our house, a birthday party for our eldest when he was like, I don't know, 1 or 2. So there are pictures of him in our house with a much younger, much darker haired Rob being overwhelmed by a small child.
As you are wont to do.
As happens. And then there's Gollum. And he fucking started doing it again tonight. And he has all these other things about it. And he killed his best friend.
He should,
You know,
he
it's-
should do like he should next time, because
He's
we know there's
planning
gonna
on
be
it.
a next. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
next time he's on the VOM,
That's the plan.
I think don't give away the whole game, but like give like a nice little like what you do at the Tony Awards, like a little, maybe a little medley, or just or be Ariana DeBose and jump off the stage,
She's
which
so
was
great.
unplanned.
She jumped off the
apparently.
stage?
At the
did she jump
Tonys.
off? Which one? Like the most recent one?
The one that you keep telling me to watch,
Oh, it's so good. How would you know she jumped off the stage if you didn't watch it?
because it was the title of an interview video
Interesting.
on the Seth Meyers YouTube channel.
I
I
forgotten.
scrolled right past it to watch an interview with Aman Vellani, because she is one of the most charming people on the planet. Talk about a fucking charming person.
I don't recognize the name.
Miss Marvel.
She's
Yeah.
great.
She's so charming. Like, and she's just, She's basically playing herself. She's doing what Zooey Deschanel did on New Girl, except she's a better actor. And it's a more compelling character.
I enjoy her very much.
Zooey?
No. Zoe I'm fine with.
She's fine. She's fine. Her sister's a better actor.
It's kind of painful to watch her in Elf because she looks like
she's so bad.
No,
she's so bad in that
looks like
movie.
she hasn't had food in a very long time.
Oh, yeah. She was skinny for quite a while.
She was painfully thin.
Yeah. But also, she's bad in the movie. She does a bad job acting in the movie.
I mean, it's not a great movie.
No. Will
And
Ferrell
James
is
Caan-
doing all of the legwork, and James Caan
is
having a good
700
time.
years old
But
and
he's
is
also
supposed to
having a
have
nice
like a 9-year-old kid.
Yeah, that's
this
crazy.
is yeah.
Well, Robert De Niro. Speaking of,
yeah. Al Pacino.
He's got like a oh no, it's Al Pacino. That's who it is. Sorry.
Oh no, I thought they both did it. Honestly, I was adding
Al
on.
Pacino's current girlfriend is like in her 20s or some shit, or current what? Like he's having a kid with this woman. I'm gonna look that up. This may be apocryphal.
In
but I know
direct defiance of God's
God and
will.
everything. Yeah.
Have you
know
heard? No, that's a Patton Oswalt bit. He had a whole thing about what
about olds having kids.
Yeah, about the idea of what dick pills are doing, for allowing like much older people to get in there. It's like, how was I born, Daddy? Well, I took this pill, and in defiance of God's will. He's so good. Patton's always good.
The second autofill thing for Al Pacino is Al Pacino baby. Yep, he had a kid this year.
Yep.
This year, and
Mick
she is
Jagger
29.
had one a couple years ago.
What do you? Hey, Chris, you were talking about dating someone 10 years older than you. I have experience dating someone 10 years older than me, and I did it in my 30s. And there was still some. Yeah, you know the person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that person was that old. That person has held up very well.
she looks great.
I didn't.
Yeah, she looks great. Yeah.
To be fair, I've never seen that person in person.
Yeah. No, it's the camera. It's
Camera doesn't lie.
not really. Well,
Yeah.
But
Really,
like,
because I'm a small Puerto Rican boy.
but you have your
the
you
camera
have your
adds-
Semitic filter on.
The the camera adds 80 years, 40% Jewish,
And ennui.
and a lot of
Just
beard.
like-
A lot of beard, a lot of sad.
Yeah, just disdain.
By the way, if I ever do a stand-up special, it's going to be called A Lot of Beard, a Lot of Sad.
It's good. That's a
Yeah,
good
it's
one.
not bad. It's not bad.
But I just don't know, like she and we found relative common ground. Like she's not a real pop culture person. So
No, but you're a grown-up person. There's a
right,
difference
exactly.
between-
Like
yeah.
I've had life experiences and
Yeah,
like,
I was 23 and I had not.
Right. Yeah. But so like 29, he's 83. What the fuck do they talk about?
His movies. And
Yeah.
medication. And his medication.
And am I in the will?
And his medications, yes.
Yeah. But like Jesus fucking Christ. And it's
Terrifying.
his first kid.
Just white
So maybe
spiders
he
came
was just trying to Speaking of white spiders, did you see the new Spider-Man movie it's another one where Spider-Man's not there?
It's a Spider-Man, not Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, but at least they're doing spider stuff in it. But like
They are
I've,
doing spider stuff and
I'm not a
dead-eyed.
big fan of that's exactly we were going the same place. I'm not a big fan of Dakota Johnson. She's not
Oh, no, I was going the other way, although that's a good one, too. I was going...
Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
My
Yep.
understanding is she's actually a pretty good dramatic actor.
She's great in The White Lotus. She's fantastic in that show. That's the only thing I've seen her in.
I heard she's good in that. I heard
I'm
she's
not
good
gonna
in
watch
Euphoria.
Euphoria. I'm never
No?
gonna watch that. That's too much. Just like what if teens but sad, and it's like yeah, I did that,
And
but I did
drugs.
less drugs and had less sex. I'm like
Yeah,
I don't want to,
I think it's a lot of that is like, what was that fucking, what was like the heroin movie with, what's his name?
Trainspotting.
No, other one, American one.
Shit. Oh, Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, it's got Dummy in it. Yeah.
Dick face. Talk about ass nuts. Fucking Jared Leto.
Such a dummy.
I
You
mean,
want to talk about just winning the
he's-
genetic lottery.
done some good stuff.
He has
he's a
absolutely done some good stuff.
He's good in fucking Blade Runner. He's good in.
Is he though?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
You know he's going to be in the next Tron sequel, and I'm not pleased.
I haven't seen any Tron.
Oh, well, you won't enjoy it now. Because
Well, I can just watch the first two.
like Tron came out when I was like 11, and I thought it was bitchin'.
Oh yeah,
then,
but like I saw Citizen Kane when I was like.
Well, that's
20.
not quite the same thing.
But like.
Granted, they are almost exactly the same film,
same
both
movie.
content-wise and culturally in their influence,
the impact, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they both had frisbees.
I see it's like with Tron, where like the I think they talked about it in the ILM documentary. I'm not sure, but like the graphics and the special effects were like fucking revolutionary.
It was great
at the time.
It's so much fun. Yeah,
and the cinematic techniques of Citizen Kane were revolutionary at the time, but now we see all that shit. We see it all.
Make my point for me.
I can't even point out in Citizen Kane what is the iconic shit that like Orson Welles inducted into cinema. I can guess. There's like there's a crane shot above the bar that goes in, and then it goes through the window, pushes through the window,
and
I feel like that's something
one.
Yeah,
there's a low one because they actually took the floor out for. Yeah, but
right. Yeah.
You want to talk about somebody who was born like 80 years too early.
Oh man.
Because
like imagine if he had like Christopher Nolan style, like or fucking Tarantino. Jesus Christ. Like if he was given carte blanche like Tarantino fucking is, I bet he wouldn't just be using it to say the N-word. And the only reason I said the N-word is just to make you comfortable.
And over. I don't care.
Every movie. Everyone he's in, he feels like I'm in this movie, I guess I have to say it.
He's so proud of himself, too. He's just so... I wasn't kidding when you and I were talking the other day about something off air. And we were joking about something, and you're like, I'm not giving you a pass. I'm like, don't ever give me one. I don't want one. I don't need one because I'm not going to. It's just, no, I understand the rules. It's okay. That's like a Moshe Kasher thing. He's like, why don't some white guys just get that? No, just no. No.
Yeah. Because of, hi, me in the back? Hey.
You. Yeah, question.
Of the bus? Yeah. There we go. Asked and answered. Here's your sign. Yeah.
Miss Parks, yes, anything to say?
600 years. Okay, I'll see you later. 600 years? Okay, just look up the past 600 years of just black people in this country. Okay, see you later. See you later. Goodbye. Yeah, that's it. There's a museum here that I think should be
Great
required.
Blacks and Wax?
Without the wax.
Okay.
It's the I call it the Black History Museum, but they call it the African American History Museum of Culture and something.
That almost seems to like minimize it when you.
It really does. It's the Black History Museum.
Yeah.
It's like it's the history of black people in this country, and like, and it's they came from Africa, but like that's not.
I feel like I get it. If I can explain this to you, sir.
Please.
No.
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah.
Let me put. I'll put me in my. I'll put me in my place. Hold on. And I'm muted. Oh
yes,
no! But
please.
I have.
You have a voice when we say you have a voice.
I see you. I hear you.
I'm sorry if I sprained my eyes by rolling them so hard. No,
plumb near fell out of my fucking head.
My impression of that is it's well-meaning, but adding so many appellations and so many hyphenated things, it just seems to minimize it.
It does water it down. That's why like Black Lives Matter is such a direct thing. Defund the police is such a direct thing. And then if you have like, well, let's reform and reconstruct the idea of policing in this country. And then it's just like, no, you've lost people. There's a reason Make America Great Again is a fucking slogan that keeps coming back. Like 3 winning presidents have used it.
I know.
Including Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump.
I know. I had forgotten about the first one until he
one of them was like a
something.
Racist like slave era guy who was like running on like anti-abolition. He was like, back when America was great, when the slaves, we weren't even talking about that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is, it's a good time. It's all good. We have a good time. Anyway, I think that museum should be a required stop for all white people. Because it really just like it illustrates like physically the road to where we are. Like you get in, you go to the museum, you get in an elevator, it takes you down to the basement, and that's where the museum starts. And it is a timeline, and you walk around the building, and there are exhibits. It's a museum, so they have like fucking Revolutionary War.
Is this
outfits.
like on President Street? Am I thinking of the right?
No, it's in the it's on the mall.
Oh,
it's
this is in DC.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
It's next to like the Washington Monument. But it's and rest in peace to Washington Monument in Invincible. They sank it. That dude, the underminer from fucking
that was great.
From The Incredibles came up and just sunk the shit.
That was
but
fucking,
you start at the bottom, and you would think like, okay, we'll start like when the transatlantic slave trade really kicked off, like when they started just farming West Africa for people, which was in the 1700s. It was like close. It was when the musical Hamilton basically takes place. That's when I thought it would start. Was like at the inception of this country. No, it starts in 1400 in the Netherlands. And then it just goes. It traces the slave trade, and then it lets you know how the economy was slavery.
I feel like you should be. I feel like you should be in the front for this one.
Smaller.
No, other way.
So, and it just traces the transatlantic slave trade.
Okay. If it'll make you feel better, it's fine. But it traces that, and then the influence it has on the world economy, and then how like the U.S. was the big slave trader in the world, and that is how we accrued all the capital that we have today. And so the same oppression that we're seeing is just
which we learned,
the
which
cascade.
we all learned from Hamilton, where Hamilton and Jefferson are having a rap battle, and
they talk about slavery in 2 songs, so we're good.
It's all fixed, man. Between that and football telling us to end racism.
I mean, we fucking did it, dude. High five.
Hey guys, we're good.
Pat yourself on the back. We did it. But yeah, that museum is like, oh my God. There's a point where you get through all that shit, all that like stuff. Then you get to the Revolutionary War, and it's like, and black soldiers and white soldiers fought side by side to end the British oppressive rule. And even some like Native Americans got in there too. Like it was like, and it's like, and then business as usual, cunts. Back to slavery. Like you come out into this big room, and it's like, oh, America has begun, and slavery's here for another fucking 90 years, bitch. And it's like, oh my God. It's wild. And then they get to the Civil War stuff, and then there's a little sliver of Obama at the end.
So just
but
out of
right next to
curiosity-
Ferguson stuff. And it's like, ooh, they got it. They really
just
get
out
it.
of- just out of curiosity, if we both went, I pay twice as much as you to get in, right?
It depends on if it's a payday. Sometimes, it's a federal thing. So
I mean, I think that would make sense.
I went to the National Art Gallery recently, and I just walked right the fuck in. I got worried because I have a knife and a Leatherman on me, and they have metal detectors in there, and I am wearing the wrong outfit to be carrying weapons. Even if I took off all my clothes, still wrong outfit. Commentary. Black.
Yeah, but then where would the knife be?
Up. You
Up.
get it. Up.
In your hair.
Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah. No, that would
you
probably
have
still
hair.
go off. I'd
Well,
have
you
to
have
have
hair. I don't have hair. You have a place to hide it.
You got beard.
I got beard.
You got beard. Anyway, they didn't even use the metal detector. They just fucking waved me in. So, but I still stored it in the bushes.
That's probably for the best.
The end.
We did it.
Good night, everybody. So have you heard back from our possible mystery guest?
I haven't.
Okay, maybe double check and just like let
I'm
them
looking.
know that that we'll be on probably for at least another hour. Hopefully, can we do at least?
We're on, comma, and we hope to be on for at least another hour, comma. Should you want to join us, comma, we are here, comma. We miss you so very much. Period.
Comma.
Diggity done.
And send. Donkey Doug? We haven't talked about The Good Place.
We
Let's do
haven't talked about The Good Place. It was such a wonderful show that irritated the ever-living hell out of me with the ending.
Yeah, I didn't like the ending. The ending was maybe one of my least favorite parts of the show. It's a show I love.
It's a wonderful show.
Yeah, it's terrific. It's the best thing Michael Schur's done. I know you like your little baseball stuff, but
no, it's the best thing he's done.
Okay,
it was better than that.
Oh,
even.
really? Wow,
Yeah,
that's
no.
high praise.
It is, because it was. Well, it's also, it's one of those things like if you're into this thing, but you're into this thing in a way that dumb people aren't into this thing, then
gotcha.
it really grabs you. Because that's one of the places I learned that sports aren't just for douchebags.
Yeah.
You can find, if you find your way in, there are people like the aforementioned child is getting into, like, he's like, I love the idea that you can predict things in the future based on their past performance. I'm like, you're talking about statistics. You're going to love Baseball Prospectus.
Yeah, like there are too many smart people. I talk shit about sports because I think it's kind of funny, and I think it's really hack, which is one of the reasons I think it's kind of funny.
And you hate comedy.
I hate comedy and fun, and women.
Well, I know.
Right. I'm just establishing my character beats.
All this is here to try to bring you back.
Yeah. But I know too many smart people that like sports, specifically baseball. Actually, that
I know an awful lot of.
To
lot of musicians
just denigrate it outright.
Yeah, smart musicians who are baseball fans, like an awful lot.
My once and future music partner, Zach Parkman, is a big time baseball time.
Do you ever question?
Yes, you in the back.
Do you ever call him Park Zachman?
Maybe like in the early days, but now he's in my phone as Zach Pac-Man.
Ooh,
it's pretty good. Yeah.
I would like to rescind my my question.
Okay.
Because that is much better than
why? Thank you very much.
Yeah. Zarch Flarchman, also good.
That's good. That's
you
good.
Start get the further away you could get and still have some vague notion of what the hell you're talking about.
And it's like a weird like multiplicity style like thing where like each different version is a worse version.
Photograph of a photograph of a
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But no, but that site was so very specific. There's a thing in there was a whole thing about there was a baseball player named David Eckstein, and he was one of these guys. He was a little scrappy guy who didn't have much talent, and he managed to like get in the World Series, and they won a World Series, and they got the MVP. And the way they like good-naturedly kind of tore this guy down. It's like it wasn't tying the guy down. He didn't lose his ring because they didn't care for it. It's just like this guy has like this much talent. They were talking about like moving him over to third, and like, man, he couldn't make a throw to first. They were just eviscerating him, but it wasn't about him. It was about non-informed baseball fans talking about this guy. And it's
very interesting.
It's really, really. But if you look on, I want to say, what was his first show? Was it Parks and Rec? I want to say.
The Office.
Was he in The Office? Sure.
Him and Greg Daniels. Yeah.
Okay.
But Parks and Rec was his. He was the. I think that's the first one where he was the showrunner. I think that's the one.
It's something in Eckstein. It's like FIP. It's like a bunch of baseball shit for the name of a law firm in there. And that's directly from his love.
How do you? Oh, you probably just know because you refuse to watch that show.
Yeah,
right.
no, yeah. I know because of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
that show's good, but I think like I think The Good Place is like a more solid show. I think it's a much more solid show.
Oh
Parks
my
and
God,
Rec
when fucking-
shines because of the ensemble and because of the way the characters grow throughout the thing. But if you hate the medium, like the delivery device, like if that's going to take
I
you out of
really
it, like the
hate the
fake documentary
mockumentary
thing,
thing. Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows is the only thing that I would recommend. Like that I'd say, in spite of you hating it, watch it.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
mean,
so.
don't get me
the
wrong,
writing
if
is
it's-
so. It's so funny. It's like
Spinal Tap and most of Christopher Guest's movies I love. But the series, like the ones that came in the wake of The Office, which I also couldn't watch.
I can't. But I have a different problem with The Office. That's just like it's like Always
Because
Sunny,
of Steve Carell getting the hair stuff.
well, it's like Always Sunny, except you're supposed to like the characters. Like they try to make the script, like the narrative of the show. The show is trying to tell you that these characters are good and likable, but they're all fucking pieces of shit. And then they start to turn because I think the writers, like Greg Daniels, I think realized like, oh fuck, we have to make 22 episodes of this shit every year, indefinitely. Like they had like 13 seasons. It's too much.
That's too much TV.
Too many episodes. Too many. And then like dramas on networks are like are 45 minutes.
Yeah.
25 episodes a year.
It's impossible. I
Look,
will
it's
say,
great for the writers and the crew. Like I want people to get
sure.
paid, so like that's great. But
That's
like
great.
it's not going to be good.
I will say, accepting their truncated last season, I thought New Girl did a really good job with that format, like that many episodes. Like
I thought
it was
so, too.
A
I thought- yeah.
surprisingly consistent, rewatchable show.
Yeah, I've watched it probably 3 or 4 times.
Same.
Megan
Jake
Fox. Megan Fox is like
So funny.
it, like guest star MVP, I think, in that show. And there's
So
a lot of
good.
great guest stars. Guest scars? Guest scarfs. There's a lot of
Best
guest
scar.
scarfs.
Best
Yeah,
scar.
there's a lot of best scar in that show.
Unbreakable comedy right there.
The Imperial Army came to mine, and they just left behind a bunch.
Was it
of,
a Star Wars 2?
It's everything is Star Wars, motherfucker. Don't you move.
Don't you move.
The new Star Wars coming out early next year. The Acolyte. Yeah, it's got what's his nuts? Dip. Jason
Does it-
Mendoza.
Does
yeah.
it really?
Yeah, Manny Jacinto is Jacinto is in the show along with the guy from Russian Doll, the
I
other
haven't
guy.
watched. I haven't watched.
Oh, well, there's
I like
Natasha
her very
Lyonne.
much. I like her
She's
very much.
freaking fantastic, and she wrote the thing, so she's apparently very good at a bunch of stuff. I wonder if she's gonna be like a Donald Glover sort of
What?
thing
Like
where
girls
she's
can
just-
do stuff? What are you saying?
Nah, never mind. Don't go watch the Marvels. It's all girls doing stuff. Nobody wants it. I thought about it when I was watching the credits of that movie, and I was like, "There's only one white person in these credits."
There were a lot of not white people in there.
and it's the main lady, and the
Yeah.
only reason she's white is because she's a holdover from that's just a character. She's just, but like the 4 main people in the movie, saving Nick Fury, were just women.
I feel like
And
that saved
3
Nick
of
Fury,
them
by the way. He was great.
He was great. There was oh my god. Well, no one's seen this movie, and no one ever will, I guess.
And nobody's watching this, so,
So let's
we're-
do spoilers.
Oh, I will say the thing that I'm sorry I gave away to you and I didn't mean to. I have my impression of it. Are you prepared?
Yeah, let's do it. So full spoilers for the Marvels.
you ready?
For at least until if our guest shows up, then we'll shut the fuck up about this bullshit.
Oh, of course. Who cares? But okay, you ready?
And yeah, I loved it. I love this was in the first trailer. I didn't watch anything past the first one because once I heard that the runtime was only like 86 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're gonna put like enough of the movie in the trailer to where I'll just be able to. Oh, this is the part where that happens. Oh, this is like I was surprised by things. Like,
Yeah.
Carol Danvers is married, and also is maybe dating Valkyrie? Question mark?
Wait, what?
I don't know. They seemed
She's
she was more
married?
friendly with Valkyrie. Oh yeah, she's married to that Prince guy. That beautiful man.
Right.
Who's probably like a Korean pop star or
in
something.
And you're right. They did it the exact length of time that it was funny.
Yeah.
It
I
was
would
a
have liked.
well-edited movie. And that
I would. Yeah. Given like how much we know they chop these things the fuck apart.
it was
like,
a really well-edited movie.
It
and
was
I will
very
say that
contiguous. Yeah.
the switchy, changey fight scene.
So charming.
Well
I mean,
done.
it was great. It was really well done, and you could track it a lot of times. Like
a lot of times you get lost, like a Transformers movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or in some Jason Bourne stuff.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. That shaky cam fucking bullshit.
It makes me so angry.
I can't stand it. It's like you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars on this.
They did that. You
Get
know
a
what?
dolly.
Ties back to baseball. They had an umpire cam where they had like a GoPro on the umpire, and it was just puke cam because just drives me fucking nuts.
Ugh. But anyway, I loved all the Flurkin stuff.
You mean the Fleur Kittens?
Yeah, Fleur kitties, little guys, little baby guys. It was great.
That was so entertaining.
When all of like the escape pods were gone, and then there was like, there's only one left. How are we gonna? And I was like, they're gonna all get eaten by the cats. And then that's what happened. And I was
can't say I saw it coming.
Oh, because the Flurkins spit out those two Kree guys in Kamala's house, and I was like, they're alive in there? I know it's an extra dimension, like it's like a TARDIS where like it's bigger on the inside.
And let's take a moment to pour one out for Sam Jackson actually getting to be entertaining again as Nick Fury.
Man, because that's Secret Invasion shit. I'm so, like, it's so great that they just didn't even fucking act like it existed at all. It may as well have been that, like, we haven't seen Nick Fury since the end of Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know any Secret Invasion.
What?
But no,
what's Skrull Wife? Skrull Wife.
And I also really enjoyed, just as an aside, the little character things. Like he's got all this stuff going on, and then he sees the kitties. And even though I
know, but it's
up,
Goose.
Like,
it's like, oh, I know.
Yeah.
I
love that.
Nick Fury, I think, and obviously Aman Vellani, Kamala Khan. She's like, just give her another season of her goddamn show.
Gold.
So much, so just the perfect. They bounced off each other very well.
Monica
I love
Rambeau
Tiana
was
Paris
great too, though.
Yeah, I love Tiana Paris, but she was of the four people I just mentioned, she was the weakest. The villain, it's Marvel.
They didn't
villain
give her
syndrome.
as much. I couldn't. You know what? I was listening to something talk about that movie, and the Kevin Smith podcast where Mark Bernardin was on there, who is a former like entertainment reporter, like Entertainment Weekly, that kind of stuff, and then he jumped sides, and now he like writes like comics and books and television, and like he was on one season of Picard, and he was involved in a bunch of other stuff. Like he's an actual
one of the
guy,
the good one or one of the bad ones.
Can't answer that. But they were talking about Marvels, which they both really liked. Imperfect movie. I agreed with them, but more fun than most of it. I thought
most of the stuff they've churned out since that weren't Spider-Man movies, because I think
haven't been fun.
All the problems I have with that third Spider-Man movie, it's fucking fun, man.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
But anyway, they're talking about that. It's like, and it's fun. And then they start talking about the bad guy. Like they're talking about a woman bad guy. Yeah. And for the life of me, I couldn't remember anything about the bad guy, like about it happening. Eventually, they came around to like the whole hammer thing.
Yeah,
and
she had Ronan's hammer. Yeah,
and she was like a Kree, and
she was the new accuser, basically. Yeah,
and it took a hot minute to figure out what the hell they were talking about, because I really enjoyed the movie. I couldn't remember that person at all.
No. And she's great in stuff. I've seen her, and she was in Misfits. She was in quite a few things. She's married to Tom Hiddleston now.
Right.
Yeah.
Zawe
Ashton is who we're talking about.
Backtracking just a little bit, I saw a thing where is it wrong that Loki got so much better of a character arc than Thor? And I'm like,
no,
it turns out.
No, it's not.
I mean, he got a bunch of movies to not get a good arc.
Yeah.
But the end of that show, the second time I watched it.
I was so, I'm about to watch that's probably what I'm going to do after we stop this, is I'm going to make some food and watch the season finale of Loki, which is the series finale, because they left him in the chair We're doing full spoilers for everything Marvel.
Yeah,
they
everybody
left him in
fuck
the
off.
chair.
When it started turning into a throne,
And
I was
it's
like-
turned into Yggdrasil, the world tree, like the realm tree.
and
like,
by the way,
What the
I
fuck?
I didn't get the reference, but the wife and the 11-year-old got the reference and were saying it. It's like they're doing the thing. I'm like, what? They're the flower tree. I'm like, what word are you saying? And
The
they
realm
know
tree.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you spend 5 minutes talking to the missus, you'll know. Well, you got to talk to her a little bit on the phone.
A little. I mean, we gotta have her on this. I know that's logistically a nightmare, but like,
It would be very difficult, but I'd be up for it, kind of, maybe.
maybe just like you guys tag out. I just get like a 15-minute interview segment with her. 10
That'd be
minutes.
really interesting.
That'd be
really
something. You
interesting.
could watch it in the other room
I might.
while
I might
telling
be up
your
for
kids
that.
to shut up, or however you do parenting. I don't know how you do parenting. I'm assuming it's mostly
figured
telling
it
your
out.
kids to shut up. Okay.
No, it's finding different ways to get your children to shut up.
Ooh, the long game.
It is a long game. You know, and
all right.
and
Are we
people who tell you-
marveled out? You want to
No,
keep talking
no.
Marvel stuff? All
I
right, let's
thought-
keep going.
I
We're
thought the Loki stuff, especially the second time, was utterly beautiful. Like, I can't believe they stuck the landing the way they did. Bernardin's point was, this was great. That last episode was amazing. Why couldn't that? I don't understand why the second season had to happen. Like, they could have just ended the first season with that. Like, I understand.
Yeah,
and this
they
is back
could have
to me
done.
now.
They
Yeah.
could have done a movie,
They could,
that
he said
did
the same
all
thing, or a
this.
special presentation. Yeah,
or
I mean,
or like 3 special presentations. I don't know.
Sure,
It didn't have to be another season of the show because it didn't feel like another. But also it kind of did. Like if you just look at it as like 2 halves of it, I'll have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
In like
Yeah.
a year, I'll come back to it when all this multiverse shit starts like converging. Which I think there's only one movie listed. Because I like whenever I see these movies, then I look at like what the production schedule is for everything, so I know when the next one's coming out.
get
Echo's the
Venom
next
3?
thing. No, we're not talking about the Spum, which is
Venom.
Venom. Skimmadem Venom.
Skibidem.
Go and watch some Venom. It's on Netflix. Venom. I tried to watch it, but I fell asleep watching it.
You don't need
because
to. You don't need to watch it.
I get it. He's goo, and now
It's-
there's a symbiote in the
Yeah.
MCU, so we're good.
I will say that it's better than it's talked about, but I can't.
I've been having a
watch
good
it.
time, but I don't like that everybody in the goddamn movie except for Michelle Williams, I guess, and Jenny Slate, is doing a fake American accent.
That is a little weird.
It's really
Speaking of
off-putting
Michelle
for
Williams.
me.
To jump out of the genre talk for a second, are you aware that
Probably not.
Oscar winner or Oscar nominee Michelle Williams?
I think she won for the Maryland movie.
Then let's say
I'll look it
that Michelle Williams,
Mm-hmm.
Oscar involvee.
Wait, Michelle Williams. We're talking about the same one, right? From
Yeah,
Destiny's
Michelle.
Child?
Michelle. No, different. one.
Hold on.
From the fucking.
No Oscars, 2 Golden Globes, and an Emmy for
Okay,
Fosse Verdon. I think.
Did she get it for Fosse and Verdon?
Verdon, yeah. I'm
Oh,
pretty
that's
sure
so great.
because
Oh, she
she
killed the
fucking
different
crushed it.
ages. Oh,
so good. She was so
and
good.
don't
She got
get me
lost in
wrong,
it.
Rockwell. I love him so much.
He's great.
But
Whenever he does his little fucking dance, he's got
And-
that little
yeah.
tight body. Look,
And he's got
I'm
those
straight as an
moves for
arrow,
Verdon.
but
He has-
man, Sam
No, he's a
Rockwell
beautiful man.
when he starts dancing, cheesy Pete's.
it just makes everything better.
Yum yum yum.
Just
yum,
fucking
yum,
do
yum,
it.
yum,
Did
yum.
you see his movie with Anna Kendrick?
Yeah, she won for. Yes, I did, and I loved it. No,
It was
not Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
Saoirse Ronan. That's the one I saw. Where
What's that?
where they're detectives.
Nope,
see
not
how they
that one.
run.
It's the one I haven't seen that. This is the one where Rockwell is an assassin, and he has a meet cute with Kendrick, and she doesn't know that he's an assassin.
Isn't he
Fucking
about to be
find
an
it.
assassin in another movie?
I can't answer that. Maybe he just likes fake shooting people.
He is. He's in a movie where Bryce Dallas Howard is writing a book about an assassin.
I
and
know
then
the
she
thing you're
meets,
talking about.
She runs into Sam Rockwell, who is an assassin, and then he does assassin shit, and it's like, oh, yeah, man. Oh no, it's Argyle. Am I conflating Argyle and something else?
You might be.
Yeah, I
Although
think I am.
Argyle looks
I
like a
think I am.
lot of fun. That's
Well,
a.
I love what's his nuts. First Class.
Is it Miller?
Matthew Vaughn.
Vaughn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an original joint from
I
Matthew
conflate those two. Yeah.
Sam-
Mr. Right. Mr. Right.
Did it just come out?
No, it's from 2015. But it is fun. It appears to be on Prom
Yes.
or Hulu.
Okay. Oh.
It's fun. It's
Maybe
it's
that
a
is
good
what
fun.
maybe that is what I'm thinking about. I haven't seen it though, and I love both of them. And
put
Tim
it on a
Roth
list.
is in this. Anson
Is
Mount.
he?
Oh, yeah, I should watch this.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth your time. Okay. But yeah, no, anything Rockwell is in, he makes better. But yeah, she is a somehow criminally overlooked generational talent, Michelle Williams. Just
Yeah, I mean,
you
I
could
think
pick
like
out just
in,
pick a movie at random that she did other than Venom.
No,
And-
in,
And I'm glad she's. Oh no, I didn't get to tell you the thing. The thing
he is an Argyle.
Is he?
That is exactly what I'm thinking of. She
Okay,
runs
but-
into him on a train, and then he starts doing spy stuff. Anyway, I'm so sorry, but just
Argyle movie. But
vindicated.
do you feel better?
2024,
Feel
February.
good? Oh, I see. Who else is it? Oh, right. Dua Lipa's in that.
Yeah, everybody's in this movie. Sophia Boutella, Bryan Cranston, Ariana DeBose, Sam Jackson.
Henry Cavill, and hopefully he won't have to get half of his face burned off in the last reel of the movie to make Tom Cruise feel better.
Yeah. And don't ask him what he thinks about like women and things you
No,
can say.
no,
don't
no,
ask him.
no.
Don't ask him if you can say anything
Superman.
anymore, because he'll say you can't say anything
anymore. So Michelle Williams, she has won. You said she won Golden Globes. She won an Emmy.
2 Golden Globes and an Emmy.
And an Emmy.
I think probably
she is
the
Oscar
Golden-
nominated,
Yeah, 5 times.
but nothing will ever surpass, and she really deserves a Grammy for her reading of the Britney Spears audiobook. I am not
Excuse me?
kidding. You fucking heard me.
I do a Britney Spears song. I mean, this
You-
sounds like I need
You
to...
can listen to like a clip of it, and it's
She was in
basically
Oz the Great and Powerful.
go back. Stay with me for a
Sorry.
second. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth
Just
it.
scrolling through
You
her
have to
awards.
go listen to it. Just go find it online because they have a clip. You know the weird Justin Timberlake is a monster thing. It turns out
Yeah, which is fun.
there's weird shit about him in there, basically trying to black speak to a famous black person, and Michelle Williams does her impression of him trying to do that. Yep. Mm-hmm. I think
That
we
should
have
go in the Black History Museum. Okay, you were about to
I
segue.
actually
I was about to
slapped my knee
segue.
for that. I slapped my knee 3 times for that one.
Here.
Chin chin. But no, that I listened to it like it came up as like one of those like doofy news things that are actually fun to go to. But there's like an audio clip of her doing, she's reading the book, and then it gets to that part, and she does like the Justin Timberlake speaking black speak.
I can't.
talk.
I can't. Like, you've explained it to me, right?
Twice.
So, like, I have like critical thinking, and I have a pretty
sure.
good imagination. Mm-hmm. I write things.
Yes.
Not very often.
No, but
I
when you
feel
do,
like
they're
I
qu-
do.
they can be quite good.
I feel like I do an okay job.
Yeah, you do
I
a very
can't
good job.
imagine what the fuck that sounds like. I just can't. I
Jules,
want it inside
Jules,
me.
all that your heart could hope for. That's what it sounds like. It's just so, and it's not one of those things like, why did she do that? It's more like, why did she do that?
Yeah, and why hasn't she been doing it the whole time? But like,
It's
if she
so-
did, then that would be probably problematic.
That would be a problem.
Yeah.
But this is like,
I didn't know. I didn't know you could do that. But I guess like, if Brian Cox is doing McDonald's commercials, then anything is possible.
and he's also doing a
Well, he did
a
one of the
007 related reality show.
reality show, which I'm never going to watch.
No.
No, of course not. But like Brian Cox almost drew me in because Succession is one of the best shows.
I've heard such good things.
Yeah, it's one of the best shows. It's like, it's such a good thought piece. It's not even a critique. It's just like, here's the American ruling class. Here it is. Here it is. And like, yeah, sure. It's not like a Veep level satire. It's kind of satirical, but it is pretty much a straightforward
Hold on.
thing. Breaking news. Man, that should be a banner. Can I do like sliding banner things?
You're sure I have to read this part? Do I have to read it like this? Come on.
Oh no, it's somebody doing a thing.
Okay. Jay got all excited and said so loud, "Oh yeah, faux shiz, genuine. What's up, homie?"
I'm just gonna blame him for that.
all you gotta do is search Michelle Williams reads Britney Spears, and you're welcome. This is every birthday I've ever missed for you. Just exult in it. And you can't I don't know why she did it, but I'm glad she did. She didn't do anything wrong. You know,
Can somebody play a song?
no. No.
That's quite that is the best advertisement that they could ever hope for.
Yeah,
we should
although
clip this and send it to Penguin or Random House or whoever the fuck.
There's an article on
produced that.
Mashable that came out like 2 weeks ago that says the headline is, "Why is Michelle Williams narrating Britney Spears' audiobook?"
Is this new? Is this a new book?
It's relatively new. She had a book come out like last month or
Post-pandemic?
so.
Oh, fuck,
yeah.
this year. This is this year. I thought it was from like the 2000s.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to this. On
I
the
will
surface,
listen to you.
Listen to me. On the
I'm
surface,
done.
it seems absurd that 5-time Academy Award nominee Michelle Williams is the narrator for the audio version of Britney Spears' new memoir, The Woman in Me. Already, the internet is giddy over audio excerpts in which Williams, in a cool and collected tone, imitates Justin Timberlake's try-hard 2000s patter of "ooh yeah, faux shiz," and rightly so, it's magic.
Have you heard of redlining? Not the practice, but like what happens when you're like going into the red line and like the RPMs in your engine's about to overheat.
Okay.
This is a long walk for a really short drink.
Can't wait.
He was Federlining. Federlining.
That was not
Because
worth the
she
effort.
was
Thank
married
you.
to a guy called Kevin Federline. And he
she
would
was married to
also-
a human grease stain named Kevin Federline.
A human Jinko gene named Kevin Federline.
A human greased up Jinko gene.
Just a walking fur Kangol hat named Kevin Federline.
A human bucket hat.
Magnificent.
He wanted to break stuff. Well, I
guess.
feel like we did the good work.
You want to leave now?
Well, I haven't heard back from our possible mystery guest. Did you really want to play a song?
Yeah, I wanted to, like, we've had a habit of like making this a sort of variety show thing. So maybe let's go back and forth a couple times, play a couple songs.
Can I have a break long enough to go?
How about this? Yeah, I'll play until you get back.
I'll listen. I know how. And also, faux shiz.
So say we all.
So say we all. By the way, I texted you that article.
Oh, I saw.
So you can take all the time you need with it later. But it was like, I read it. I'm like, no, there's no. Yeah, that's her.
No, it's. I know that voice. A documentary on.
It's a great documentary.
I haven't seen it. I don't know where to find it.
Oh, it's so worth your time. It's on Prime. It's voice actors.
Yeah. So obviously a lot of Rob Paulson and
Actually,
nuts?
Paulson is on there very briefly, if at all.
Well, then Maurice LaMarche is probably
Maurice LaMarche is on there.
up in it.
DiMaggio produced
yeah.
it.
Is Fred Tascatore?
not
He's
sure if-
all over Invincible.
But they did get Gary Owens before he passed.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy who was Space Ghost and all that.
Yeah.
You'd know his voice instantly.
The big, the big kind of beefy white guy voice. He'd probably done Superman a couple times.
He did, and he did that other one that kind of looks like him, and another thing. And he was the announcer
very
back
descriptive.
on. He was the announcer back on like the Smothers Brothers or Laugh-In. Like he had
I
been
feel
on
like we've talked about that.
a very long time. Smothers Brothers actually meant a lot to me. Like I watched them a lot as a kid.
That's probably why we've talked about it.
Yeah, and they got a lot of good people on there. They got the woman whose name escapes me, who was on the Jetsons a million years ago.
Oh, Gilda Radner.
No.
Oh,
Sadly.
Ava Braun.
No.
Marilyn Monroe.
More interested now, but no.
Pocahontas.
Yes. It is an eminently rewatchable doc on voice actors. And D. Bradley Baker is on there,
Of course.
who has done everything, including, even though I haven't seen them, I know the sounds. He's the guy who made the dinosaur noises in Jurassic Park. That's a person.
Not in the ILM or whatever I called it earlier. That has elements or sacraments.
Sure. No, but
Light and Magic. You should really watch that though. It's
I
fucking
really
great.
want to. And there's another doc that's about a guy who was involved in some of that stuff that I need to send to you that's supposed to be really good. But
Hold
I
on.
will say,
I need you to tell me if you can hear this okay and if I need
Yes.
to turn up or turn down.
Yes, I can. Yes, you should. Yes. Is it supposed to sound like piano?
Yeah. So far, yeah.
Then yes.
More, less, just yes.
Tiny bit more level. There you go. Will you be singing against this piano?
Yes, I will.
Will you be singing a song against this piano?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. How about this? I'll make your screen real little, and I want to be able to see when you can come back in, so don't turn off your screen.
I'm gonna turn off my screen.
No, don't.
If I don't, you're gonna look at my ass.
Yeah.
You make a point.
Right. Like, what the fuck are we even doing here? Did I
like-
mention
I
that,
like the tie very much. I hadn't seen the paramecium on the tie.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is a tie I've been wearing lately. I've been wearing like a red jacket, and this
It's a
has
good
like
one.
kinda a
I like
blood red
an
sort of deal.
interesting tie. It's
And
not
a blue,
ugly.
yeah.
I don't like ugly ties, but I favor a almost, you can't find them, but I favor a plain tie. But
I am on the hunt for like plain ties. I want like I have like 3 red ties because I love a red tie because, who doesn't?
it's power. You want to.
I didn't find that out
America red
until
again.
after
Yeah.
I bought my like 3rd red tie, and I'm like, oh, they call
You
this.
must
No,
have
it was
been
it was
so-
Trump shit. It was when Donald Trump started showing up with like red ties, and I was like,
If you look back, every
God
presidential
damn it.
candidate over like the last 15, 20 years has
at
worn
one
a red
point
power
or another,
tie.
yes,
Yeah.
worn a red power tie. Yeah.
I was
And I do
power.
have
It
one.
sounds so much worse.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
you need to go to that fucking museum, you piece of shit.
I have a few my old man favored ugly weird ties. So I have maybe 3 or 4 of his that I kept after he passed that aren't awful. But some of them have like the designs like yours has on them, and I like them very much.
Well,
There's a thing in Baltimore called the Helping Up Mission, and I ended up donating a bunch of his, almost all of his like suits and ties and stuff. My understanding of it, it's mission, but it's specifically to help, men who are disadvantaged actually have grown-up clothes to wear to job interviews and jobs, to just kind of help them.
Shit. Like, I need to look into that because I got some clothes that I need to give away.
You really should. It's just called the Helping Up Mission. There's a radio
Hold on.
personality.
Do you,
now
do you
he's,
have, could I, like, you say a website? And,
I could look it up.
Yeah, maybe do that.
Yeah, the reason I know about it, there's a guy who was
I'll look it up.
radio personality, and now he's like internet radio guy named Glenn Clark, does like sports talk, but also really nice guy. We became friendly, and when my dad passed, I reached out to him about it, and he fucking showed up at the apartment for me and loaded all the stuff in, like as good as people get. Like he just went out of his way. Amazing. But yeah, the Helping Up Mission, I'll look it up and I'll send it to you.
I'm gonna put it in the chat and make a banner for it.
Oh, did you already find it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hosting. So there it is, right there.
Are they? I don't know if they. Yeah, Helping Up Mission Baltimore is what comes up for me.
Yep.
And
It's
then
if you do Helping Up, it just
addiction
pops
treatment
right up.
center. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
So
they do. They do
a lot
good
of people.
stuff. Yeah.
They say the economy is doing great right now, but no, the fuck it's not. So if you have something to give, please give to organizations like this, or maybe people that are trying to help not get 5,000 kids killed in a month. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good to not do that.
Cool.
Yeah,
That'd be
and
cool to
anytime,
not do
even if you
that.
don't care about other people, just your self-interest is like, anytime somebody goes from not doing well to doing a little better, then
That's better for everybody.
There's that much less chance that somebody's going to break into your car because they can't eat.
And try to take your pants. Nobody wants your pants, but if you keep saying, let's keep legislating taking everybody's pants, then people are going to start coming for your fucking pants.
Again
And
with
you
the
don't want
pants.
that shit, do you?
No, but they do. They do.
Yes.
They apparently do a lot of really good work. He did drives for them for years and years and years, and I was very happy to be able to contribute in a small way. But
Okay, so you're not a total piece of shit.
no, I'm a total piece of shit.
Well,
These
you're
were
mostly a piece of shit. I wouldn't say total.
it's
Like I
more
wouldn't.
of a-
Honestly, it's just to not stroke your ego that much. You know, like I don't want to give you enough credit for like saying you're a
that's not what you're
total piece of shit.
I'm it's awful.
You know,
Awful.
I keep looking like this way at you, which would make more sense if we were swapped.
You didn't even notice that I cleaned up my shave today.
How would I? Okay, bud.
Here,
There
wait.
we go. Everybody go full screen.
You getting the sound?
Yeah. It sounds like very, very light stubble.
Yeah, it's because it's very light. I did want to tell you. Please go back to the two. Don't.
Can
make
we
me
not? Okay, good.
I,
I'll go back over here. It's fine.
I did want to tell you that I made a very specific choice on Monday. I was about to open a can when we were about to do the broadcast on Monday, and then I remembered that you fucking hate that because misophonia, and also
Actually, opening a can is one of the most satisfying sounds.
and yet you hate those sounds.
No, I hate mouth sounds. So, like, if you were to open the can, that'd be cool. But then if you were to start going like, and like fucking choking your
How about
drink down your throat.
how about a
in real
really
time.
obnoxious cat noise?
Let's do that, and then you go do what you have to do. What are you, my ex-wife?
Boy.
It's okay, they're alive. Oh, also, spoiler alert, the funniest thing that happened in that movie
Kate Bishop.
to me, that was so great that she showed up. And obviously Dr. Fraser Beast is like that's fucking
And we don't have to hear
fantastic.
about his political leanings. That's great.
Who cares? He's CGI. Get the
Who
fuck
really
out of here.
cares?
Who gives a fuck? And Tiana Paris's acting, when she saw the new 007 being alive, because that's her mom. It's the new 007. She's great in that movie.
I haven't watched that yet.
Are you serious?
I often am.
It's the second best Daniel Craig James Bond movie.
What do you think the best one is?
Casino Royale.
Correct.
It's the best James Bond movie.
It is the best James Bond movie.
It's the best James Bond movie. It's a perfect.
And
It's a perfect James Bond movie.
and
It's
it
so
might
fucking good.
be-
It's such a good origin story, and then they just fuck it right until the end, and then they kind of nail it. And it's like, oh, this kind of makes the other movies even better.
What's
It's
the
like
one
they
that
really fucking
Adele
nail it.
sings the theme song to?
Skyfall.
I
That's
kinda like
maybe
Skyfall.
that's maybe the third best. Yeah,
I kinda like
after
Skyfall.
this one. I like Quantum, honestly. I like Quantum
I
of
did
Solace.
not love Quantum, and I
Yeah,
didn't like
yeah,
that what's her
but
name
if
had
you
to
watch
die.
them both, but that's like that doesn't count. It needs to be a movie that's good on its own. That's how James Bond works. Like they are standalone movies.
I
where
will
you
say
just
Casino Royale.
watch it.
I mean, it is not only is it the best James Bond movie, it is the
It's
first,
my favorite spy movie.
It is the first good James Bond movie. They're all the rest of them are garbage of varying degrees.
They're good for James Bond movies.
But they're
grade
garbage
James
of
Bond-
varying degrees.
Exactly. I grade James Bond like I do Doctor Who and the MCU on a curve. So like, is it good?
Did you hear McGann might be actually getting a series finally?
Yes, I did, and I think Russell T Davies would be the perfect person to at least produce it, because he did Torchwood and that was fine, but that was 15 years ago.
Ooh, we started watching Broadchurch.
You mean Broadchurch?
Broadchurch.
Broadchurch.
Getting to hear him use his real accent.
His
makes
real
me
accent?
Very happy.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And Olivia,
he
what's
does
her
it
name?
in good old
Who's great at everything.
Olivia Colman. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And also,
Jodie Whittaker.
yeah, who never had a fucking chance as Doctor Who.
No,
I'm
but
fault for
she's
that.
great in that show. That's
She's
what
so
made
good.
me. That's what made me excited for her being the Doctor. Was watching Broadchurch.
I have watched the first episode. It's Chibnall, right? It's Chibnall.
Yeah, and Jarvis
Chibnall.
is there too.
Jarvis?
Have you seen Jarvis yet?
Jarvis.
Not Vision.
MCU Jarvis?
No, but yes, because he was the guy in Endgame. Agent Carter. Did you watch that show?
I've watched like the first episode and I thought it was wonderful and I never got back to it.
Oh, well, it's on Disney Plus, but like they
Yeah.
bury it, so you have to like dig. But it's
Isn't
one of
she
the.
something?
We don't
that-
have to.
that
The
girl
Mission
who-
Impossible movie, the fact that it had Vanessa Kirby and Haley Atwell and Rebecca Ferguson was fucking.
Didn't it kind of not do great?
Yeah, but no movies have been doing great this year except for Barbie and Oppenheimer and
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers.
That was fun. I
I
enjoyed
didn't watch
Super
it.
Mario Bros.
It's on Amazon now or
Oh,
something.
It's fun.
It's on something where I can watch it for free. Maybe Netflix.
As somebody who doesn't know video games, I had a lot of fun. Sitting
Yeah,
next
I don't
to
give a
video
fuck
game
about
people-
Mario. So like, yeah. I think I'll have
Still
a fun
fun.
time. I love the Sonic. I don't like
No, those were both a
I'm
lot
not
of fun.
huge on the mythology, but like
No,
I
but the
played
movies
that game
were
a
fun.
lot. But the movies are fun, and Jim Carrey, like I think
Having
we
the
talked
time
about
of his
him.
life. Yeah.
I think we talked about him like a couple days ago, off mic.
Yes. No, he's wonderful.
Yeah,
He's
like-
always
that's
he's
the,
always putting the work in.
yeah, and he's doing something.
He's
like,
always doing something.
soon.
There was a doc about his
know.
paintings that was really interesting.
Yeah, he does like political paintings
Yeah.
and stuff.
No,
now,
not
yeah.
really. It was more
Sometimes.
abstract stuff. But
You're
he went
abstract stuff.
he did yeah, you are. The fact that he just fucked off for a while, it said, yeah, I don't really want to do movies right now, and he just went in a giant warehouse and painted for a while.
If you have that kind of money, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you don't have to be there. Well, there are guys who have to be there, like Tom Cruise has to be there. He can't not be there.
Well, he can't not be there because I think Xenu would like exhume his soul from his body. If he
The
did.
weird thing about the one where Henry Cavill was in there, I didn't understand why he had to be American, and I didn't understand.
Me neither. It could have been MI5.
Yeah.
What's the problem with that?
I also didn't the way.
But Angela Bassett put her in everything.
well,
she did the thing.
She'll save every one of us.
Yeah.
She's
with
Flash
those
Gordon.
arms. Yeah.
How did her shoulders not save Wakanda? I still don't understand.
Look, man, it's look, when you 9/11 a place, that's a full
Hey,
that's the
hey
full
man,
thing.
hey man, hey, how are you? Hey man,
Hey, how? Hi.
I'm gonna go pee. Don't look at my
Yeah,
butt.
go do that. Don't lick your butt.
I didn't say that.
I
I
can't.
definitely didn't say that.
Hey now.
Yeah, Johnny.
Hey
Ass Nuts.
now, lick your
Johnny
butt now.
Ass Nuts.
Johnny Ass Nuts.
I love those 50
Go.
songs. Johnny Ass Nuts. Can I roll? And I roll. No? Okay. Just me then.
I'll take your word for it, bud. All right.
I'm gonna
Do you want a
listen.
cover or one of mine? What are we doing?
You're never interested in my opinion. Are you
Yeah,
going to do
but-
the opposite of what I say?
No.
Okay.
This is your one.
I would like very much to hear one of your songs. I like the stuff you write. And
Okay.
normally when I hear you play on these things, you're concentrating, and you told me why. You're practicing the covers that you need for other things. But I would like,
yeah, for like my 3-hour sets. Yeah,
and that's a lot. But if you're of a mind, I would like to hear something of yours.
I can do double duty. I think I'll do that. I think I'll do a double duty. But hey, this
Duty.
song won't be as long as it'll take for you to do a double duty. So come right back. But
I just
will
have
play
to
another-
pee, but that can
I
take
will,
a while too.
Yeah. I've yeah. Growing older kind of is bad. Hey, hey kids, if you're out there.
Don't
Hey
get old.
kids, if you're out there, don't get older. It fucking sucks. All right,
good.
It's the
not
worst. It's the worst.
Not, I would 0 stars would not recommend.
And just, can I get one more? Oh, are you gone? You're gone. All right. just ignore this feeling. There is something wrong. Just watch me throw it all away. Don't wanna hear you say you make it all okay. You can't return the blame. Talk as if you're in a dream. The way you dance is smooth as cream. I hang on every word you'd breathe. To you I'm sheep you use for sharpening your teeth. Watch me throw it all away. Don't wanna hear you say you make it all okay. You can't return the blame. No, you can't return the blame. No way, Jose. Kept holding on to a love that had already faded away. Now it no longer I can feed your hunger for pain. In all the years we had have come and gone so fast. The fact that I can't get them back is all that will remain. Just watch me throw it all away. Don't wanna hear you say you make it all okay. Can't return the blame. No, no, it's not all fun and games, but we always played away. I'm not here to stay. The price is yours. The price is yours. The price is yours to pay. Yours to pay. Price is yours to pay. Yours to pay. Hey, your to pay looks very fake.
I've been
Hair
unmuted.
club, shut the fuck up. Hair club for men. Okay, yes, now clap.
Yay! Clappity clap, clap, clap.
Okay.
Clap
Are you going to
it.
try your loop thing? That's what
I
I've been.
can.
Okay, yeah, let's do
That's
that.
what you've been waiting for the whole time?
Because, no, what I've been waiting for is I've had to pee for like 15 minutes. When you said you had to pee, I was like, ooh, that sounds nice. And then we
Sounds-
talked.
I
Then we talked
wish
for a
to-
bit.
I wish to micturate.
Oh my god. All right. Just do some random ramblings while playing guitar. Like just strum out. and
Random ramblings.
just- that's pretty good. Yeah. All right. You're gonna be big
Like
now.
this. happen this time. Nope. Sorry, no. Didn't work out. Go have a
Let's
good
do
tea.
it again.
Yes, sir. I hope you have a nice pee.
I'm gonna try. I keep trying to wait. I think I have to leave the room for you to get it, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go. Have a wait.
Okay. Sorry, persons who aren't watching. Wow, I'm really bad at this. I nailed it earlier, but you don't care. I'm too tired to fight today. It's true, everything they say. Make it take however long you need. Take your chances, you still won't see me. You'll see. If you find some light, hide away, don't lose that little spark. It's okay. Make it take however long you need. Take your chances, you still won't see me. You'll see.
World. You're welcome, world. Yeah. I like it. I think, I
Thanks.
think it's good with the loop. I like hearing you play lead, honestly.
Thanks. It is an interesting thing that I can't believe I didn't take time with sooner in my life.
That's how
To
I
just
felt.
just to get to work ideas out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I never would have thought of.
Because you have to play all the chords.
Busy playing the song.
The whole yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, it's useful for that. It's more of a toy. Like I can't do the layered loops that you do. Like I just don't have.
That's just a matter of time. I mean, honestly, I use the loop pedal. So I had the loop pedal for like probably 7 or 8 years before I started using it in public in front of people regularly, like incorporating it into my pedal board, and which precipitated me using a pedal board at all was the loop pedal pretty much.
I don't have a pedal board right now because it got inconvenient with like where stands and wires are. So I took everything off the pedal board, and it's like old school, like just pedals on the floor, like linked together.
Yeah, I'm
So I can
about to
move shit.
build a pedal board.
That makes the most sense, really.
I bought the parts to do the thing, what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna cost less than it would cost to get like a 10 pedal board.
Yeah, I paid too
with
much
a power
for the
supply.
The very nice 2-level pedal board I have is back there now, behind everything, out of the way, because that's where nothing goes. So I just have like, this is the most pedals, as many pedals as I've ever used, because it's not just a tuner and an overdrive. Like before it was tuner,
What you got
overdrive,
going on?
and tremolo. Now it's tuner, overdrive, reverb pedal, and that's only because my amp doesn't have reverb, and the aforementioned looper.
Yeah, I'm thinking of trying to do like a direct in, so I don't have to use my amp. Because like I love the way the amp sounds, but I love it better live, and I don't think it translates on this.
Are you good with like the direct in stuff with electric? I don't always love that.
No, I don't like it. I like it like in a PA system. I trust it more. But like in an interface, no, it's too diminished and clean.
It doesn't sound right.
No,
especially if
the
you're
tone
not
is
using
off.
single coils. Single coils will let you do a lot, in my experience, will let you do a lot more than humbuckers. I find them a lot more nuanced. I think that's just a matter of personal taste. But I think like weird, like recording stuff, weird direct strat straight into the board can be interesting for the right thing.
It can. I've seen it. I have a Strat right here. I don't play it a lot.
Strat. I miss playing a Strat.
It's a Mexa Strat, but like those are
Those have gotten good.
Those are pretty good. Yeah.
There's like the players now, right?
Yeah, this one's like 15 years old, but like it's pretty good. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to get used to playing this one again because my
Hey,
fiddly
you know what would
weedly-
help you get used to it?
a loop.
Playing another song.
I
Hosting.
could do that. I busted. My fiddly guitar is my Telecaster, and I can pretty much, within reason, play whatever I want to on that. Like I'm just really used to it. It's my like can't sleep. It's 3 a.m. thing. And this guitar takes a little more work, but I like the sound of it so much more. Not like a little bit more. The Telecaster is easier for this kind of thing, but it turns out all the sounds that I want, that I was trying to get out of the Telecaster, I was just trying to make it sound like this.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Epiphone, it depends on which one you get, honestly, because
I got
it's
lucky.
just
I got
it's like
really lucky.
It's scraps from the Gibson floor, so it's like unusable stuff that like has minor defects or something like that.
That's like
for real. That's what Squire is, and that's what Epiphone
No,
is.
that just came up. That just came up on something else. Like this is a very strange, long way to go. Again, for not much of a story, but Steve-O, human ventriloquist puppet.
Yeah. How many
ha-
pieces of metal does he have in his
Yeah.
nuts, Steve?
I don't. I was never entertained
I'm
by
sure
that.
he's probably someone who's like, hey, RFK isn't a bad guy.
Yeah, but he has a podcast. Sam
Rogan
Morril was on there.
2024.
I like. I enjoyed him on there, but he was talking about they were talking about his background, and he was like not a diplomat son, but his dad was like a high up guy in like Nabisco and shit, and they came up with the whole idea of cookies and cream ice cream from the fact that there's a bunch of broken fucking cookies on the floor. Why don't we just put that in the ice cream?
It's like the oops all berries. That's the same
Yes!
way that came about. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, like that kind of shit. You know. Okay, I will play a song on one condition.
Okay.
You have to tell me which song to play.
Are there any kids inbound?
I hope not. It's almost midnight.
Then let's do the suicide one.
Oh man, I have so many of those. You're gonna have to be more specific. There are
Either your last prompt one, not the one that you just played, but the one from the one before that, which is I don't know how prolific you are. So like I don't know. You usually tell me when you write a song like lately, because it's a thing. Because you haven't been writing a lot. Ooh, maybe I'll play the last song I wrote. Have you heard that?
Did you play it at the last VOM?
No, I played
You
it
played
at
at the VOM before?
yeah. The one with so Sean showed up 2 weeks in a row. That was who was supposed to be our special surprise guest.
It
But
makes me
looks
sad,
like
but-
it looks like he's not showing up. Yeah,
But he busy boy.
he busy boy. He have job. He's the real heroes.
He's
I
one of
am
the
the
good
only
guys.
man in the sky. You should rewatch season 3 of The Boys because it's some of the best superhero stuff that's happened.
Shit. I have to go take care of a real world issue that has to happen now. I would
Okay.
love to play you another song, but I can't.
Okay.
I could come back in like 10 or 15 minutes if you
Let's
want
do
to do
that.
some stuff.
Yeah.
Or we could just do it another time. It's your call.
If you're willing to come back, how about this?
I'll come back.
I'll
but
keep
it
my
might-
phone at the ready. And then, if you just have to come back to say bye or not come back at all, that's cool. I know you have an Urkel scenario going
Yeah,
on.
because family matters.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
and I'm so
I
sorry
gotta
that
mute
is
me.
what we say. Okay, so I'll switch the thing. You go do the thing.
I stop you, Cam.
All right. And here we go. Just keep him over there. That's where I like him. Over there. Is that where? Over there. I'm bad at the directional thing. Okay, so I'm gonna do some stuff that I need to practice. I have a magical sinking chair, and I'm not a really big fan of that. I wonder if you can hear all those squeaks. You can at least hear the fan and the light over there. All right. strong, but I still sing along. And I heard songbirds singing today. Reach for the sky, keep up the pace, and you'll learn how to fly. Life ain't a race, it's a fight to survive. I'm counting the days till my water runs dry, so I'm hitching this ride. And I heard songbirds singing today. I heard the bell curves swinging my way. Thank you. No, thank you. Okay. This is where we get into the. This is where it gets weird. This is where the show starts. I guess. I don't know. We'll see if Chris comes back. I'll give him. Let's say 20 minutes. I think I'll tucker myself out within 20 minutes. And then maybe, we'll do like a coda, like, a mid-credits, post-credits thing. But yeah. Good times so far, I think. I don't know. Just for posterity. Good job, all of us. All of the nobody watching, as usual. And if we ever do get people that start to watch this, you will be called the nobody. Which, that's pretty metal, I think. So, that's rad, right? I don't know. What else do I need to fuck around with? Ooh. All right. Look. All right. Yeah, let's do that. Yep. All right. Sorry, I'm just adjusting settings. Okay. Ooh. I guess I'll do that one then. That was kind of fun. Yeah. Ah. Alright. Well, nobody. Looks like it's just you and me here. Drain the veins in my head, clean out the reds in my eyes, to get by security lines. Dear X-ray machine, pretend that you don't know me so well. I won't tell if you lie, cry, 'cause the drought's been brought up. Drinking 'cause you're looking so good in your coffee cup. I complain for the company I'm keeping. This window's made for sleeping. Rearrange, well, I'm nobody. I'm nobody. Who's laughing now? I'm leaving your town again. I'm over the ground that you've been spinning. I'm up in the air, so baby, hell yeah. Well, I can see your house from here. This plane goes down, down. I'll remember where the love was found. If this seas. Will they tear me open and supposedly you could crawl right through me? Taste these teeth, please, and undress me from the sweaters. Better hurry, 'cause I'm heating upward bound now. I build my house on your cloud. Here I'm tumbling for you, stumbling through the work I have to do. Don't mean to harm you by leaving your town again. Well, I'm over this. I'm up in the air. Said, baby, hell yeah. I can see your house from here. If this plane goes down, damn, I remember where the love was found. If this plane goes down, down. Bye everybody. Bye. Say bye. Unmute. Say
Bye.
bye. Bye. Goodbye. Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. Fuck off.